Very good morning, students. Happy to see you all after a long time. I hope you all will be safe at home. As per our principal's instruction, we have started our online English class today. So totally in English, we have 7 units. And today we shall see the first unit, prose, his first flight, written by Liam of Laherty. Liam of Laherty was an Irish novelist and short story writer, and a major figure in the Irish literary period. His period was from 1896 to 1984. Okay, students, let's go into the lesson. His first flight. The story, His First Flight, gives an account of a young seagull who is afraid to fly. The story goes on to show how eventually, with his mother's help, the young seagull conquers his fear and completes his first flight. Let's see what happens in this story. This story is about a young seagull. The young seagull stood alone on the ledge. So the meaning of ledge is a narrow horizontal surface projecting from a cliff or a wall. So just imagine this as a ledge, and the seagull was standing on the ledge. And he had 2 brothers and 1 sister. His 2 brothers and his sister had already flown away. The young seagull came forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to fly. So the meaning of brink is to the edge. And but he was afraid of the sea beneath the ledge. So he was afraid of the sea. Though his brothers and sisters' wings were shorter than his own, they ran to the brink and flew away. His mother and father called to him shrilly. So the meaning of shrilly is producing high-pitched voice. They started threatening that if he didn't jump, he would starve. The meaning of starve is suffering from hunger. But he was afraid to jump. He thought that his wings would never support him. So he was left alone on the ledge under the blazing sun. So the meaning of blazing is very hot. He hadn't eaten anything since last night. There was not a single scrap of food left except a dried piece of mackerel's tail and a few pieces of eggshells. So he even gnawed at the dried pieces of eggshell. So gnawed, the meaning of gnawed is chewing something continuously. So all morning he had watched his parents perfecting his brothers and sister in the art of flight and teaching them how to catch fish. So the whole day, the whole morning, they were enjoying, the whole family were enjoying there, and his parents were teaching them how to fly and how to catch fish. So except this bird was watching from the ledge. And he saw his elder brother catching his first fish. They had also teased him from the opposite cliff. So there was a cliff, the opposite side of the ledge. So the whole family, they were taking rest there. And they started teasing the young seagull. The young seagull was very hungry. He walked to the brink of the ledge and pretended to be asleep, hoping his family would notice him. But his brothers and sisters were dozing, that is, sleeping. His father was preening his wings. Preening, the meaning of preening is cleaning. Only his mother noticed him. Now and again, she would tear a piece of fish and then scrape her beak on the stone to sharpen it. Seeing the food, he started cackling. Cackling means crying. He wanted a piece of fish, but his mother didn't bother his cry. He cried and begged again. So to his surprise, he saw his mother flying towards him with a piece of fish. So he was so happy. But she stopped near the ledge. The piece of fish was just within his reach. The young seagull, as he was very hungry, he just jumped to snatch the fish. He fell. So he was so afraid and his heart stopped. But it only lasted a moment. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards. He felt the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling, but soaring, flying in the wind. He no longer felt afraid. So flapping his wings, he flew upwards. His family joined him, emitting loud screams. So everyone started, flying. They were enjoying. So forgetting that he had been afraid to fly, the young seagull began to dive and fly. His family called him down. So the others landed down, and now they called him down. And he too obeyed his parents. He tried to land. Instead of landing on the cliff, the seagull landed on the water. The sea. His legs sank in the water. He screamed and tried to rise. Then his belly touched the water. He was floating on it. His family praised him and offered him bits of fish. Thus, the young seagull overcame his fear and made his first flight.
Moral of the story. In every attempt we make, we should get rid of our fear, by which we can succeed.